No, I never got up to 21. I'd stop at the very end of the road. They don't have numbers on top, so you keep track, you know?
This is number 18. I think I might have known that in the past, but
I know I read somewhere where when the winds are over 50 or 55 miles an hour, they put a brake on it and they stop them. Oh, okay, so they zero out, that's 25 miles. Yeah. It's okay. No, I never got up to 21. I'd stop at the very end of the road. They don't have numbers on top, so you keep track, you know?
this is number 18. I think I might have known that in the past, but
I know I read somewhere where when the winds are over 50 or 55 miles an hour, they put a brake on it and they stop them. Oh, okay, so they I was just... Zero out, that's 25. Yeah.
It's not helping.
Hey, you guys, we're gonna gather over here for a few minutes.
Good. Okay. Let's. So, folks,
we usually go through a lot of this down at the O&M building, so we know that. So we're not up here on the top of the ridge, and we can, point at the nice blade down there and kind of give you a once over the electrical infrastructure. But I thought it was pretty important that we get up here. So
can you all hear? Come closer.
I thought it was very important we get up here so we can see the infrastructure in the event that we had lightning come in. So we're here. We'll give you the regular discussion that we have down below. So we'll start with environmental, and from an environmental impact, as Robert said, we impacted 145 acres here. Of the 145 acres, you can see behind you, we did plant thousands of trees. However, the natural vegetation is completely taking over. And 10 years into construction, you can see that the site has completely regrown in the areas outside of the 95 acres that are still considered impervious surfaces and where the operations and maintenance building is. And of that 95 acres that is still, PCW, the impervious surfaces, the operations and maintenance building, transmission line, we've conserved 2,800 acres of mitigation parcels, which Robert spoke to earlier. Also, we impacted birds and bats. So there's migratory birds and bats that are in the area. Because of the birds and bats that are here, we took the first 2 years post-construction, and we actually had somebody surveying every turbine every other day. So if you look around, you'll see rocks that are painted red, yellow, white. Those are grids set up so that when people were searching and looking for carcasses, they could identify 100% of the takings. The first year post-construction, we took 63 carcasses. The second year, we took 61, none of which those 2 years were any listed or endangered species. So we moved to incidental findings. Basically, the people who are here on site have a specific sheet that they have to fill out if they come by a carcass of a bird or bat, and we notify A&R immediately. A&R usually comes up. If they can't identify it via pictures, they usually collect it. And because of that,
have you talked about what we do with the turbines and the bats? Well, I'm wondering if Dottie, do you remember what we done to protect bats?
Oh, I love bats. So bats, and I didn't know this about bats before this, but bats fly in light wind. As soon as the wind gets heavier, they go back in. So if it's really windy like this, the bats aren't flying. So what we do is at sunset and sunrise, that time of bats are active. If it's very light wind, we don't generate, so that the blades aren't moving when the bats are likely to be flying. But in high wind, the bats stay home because it's too windy for them, and then it's okay to generate. So it's part of how we operate is when bats are likely to be flying, we're not generating.
And didn't we do something to support?
Oh yes. So we gave financial support. The Agency of Natural Resources had a program for bat maternity colonies, baby bats, and we gave money to support the bat maternity project. And what I love is the Agency of Natural Resources said to us, you have helped more bats than you may have done. I think we capture a few bats now and then, but with the support of the bat maternity colony, it's been overall, this project has been beneficial for bats, which I think is really cool. Thank you.
Okay. Sorry.
For letting me.
Dottie came all this way. I want to make sure she got some words in.
Something I know about.
How about when the bats are migrating? Are you doing anything?
at any point in time, they're up here definitely are the months of July, August, September. We actually shut the turbines off at any point in time. Wind speeds are between 0 and 6 meters per second. That's the wind speeds at which bats will fly up to. And we actually physically stop the generators, the turbines, and they don't generate until after wind speeds are above 6 meters. Our normal cut-in speed
And that was part of the plan when we proposed this project. So that's part of, we knew that we would not be generating during those times. So the financial benefit of the project took that into account. So it's not like we're saying, oh, we're losing power. We knew we would not have generation during that time.
What speeds do the blades spin, and why can't the battery work?
Well, the blades are spinning at 171 miles per hour, so that's
look
pretty
like
quick.
that.
Yeah, 171 is actually what they're spinning right now. They hit that at about 8 meters per second, and it's variable up to 8 meters per second. And then after 8 meters per second, we still continue to generate up to 14 meters per second, which we hit our maximum generation. But the blades, the wind tips are the same speed at 171 miles per hour, between 8 meters per second and 14.5 meters per second, but the blades pitch to accommodate.
Bats can't avoid them because of the speed.
I would assume that that's the case.
It interferes with their echolocation, and so bats are blind, and so they echolocate, and so the sound bounces off surfaces, and because the blades are moving, it confuses them.
About 16. So actually 2.2, I think. So 2.2 is 17 and a half.
Can you repeat the question too?
Yes. So yeah, the blades are pitching numerous times per second. They're always looking at the positive wind and changing the position of the blades to maximize the generation of the turbine. So only that happens only when the sustained wind is 55 miles per hour for 10 on an average of 10 minutes. So if it spikes up to 70, they're going to shut down instantly. But it goes to 58, it's going to wait until the average is over 55.
And well, the blades themselves, we know the blades do this. So right now the blades are like this, right, capturing all the wind, right? And then once the wind starts decreasing, and it's getting over 55 or over what? What's
I think it's over 55. They go to 90 degrees. They basically stop the turbines, they pinwheel, and they're not making it.
how much wind you need to get full maximum power? 25? 25 miles gets us maximum generation production. So up to 25 miles per hour, the turbine, the blades go this way. Once you get to 30 miles an hour wind, it starts doing this. It wants to spill that extra wind. It doesn't need it. It just puts unnecessary pressure on the blades. So, and then if it hits 55 miles an hour, it just does this. We don't want to generate. We don't want them like this to protect the blades.
So what? Sometimes I see that maybe two of them aren't working. So is you're going to repair it, do repairs? Or
Yes, absolutely. So if just two of them are offline, it's most likely because the guys are uptown doing their annual maintenance. We start in April, usually goes to the end of September. It takes about a week per turbine, so it takes the majority of the summer. We ask that if wind speeds are above 25, generation is above 25 megawatts, that we don't do. We take the generation method, but we try to limit our maintenance to periods of time. So just maintenance every occasionally there's trouble like this as well, but it's usually just the annual.
If anybody's interested in a job, a little paint job, occasionally,
when you have an ice storm, so how do you keep the ice out? Is there heaters on in the blades?
There are no heaters on the blades. Our winter operations protocol is if we have ice on the blades and if it's on there, we shut down. We don't operate for safety reasons, and because the turbine noise can be elevated at any time the blades change in efficiency.
Imagine your weight to get asymmetric
must
too.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
So I mentioned earlier, how can you tell if you have ice? We have many sensors throughout the facility. The sensors in the turbine blades actually measure the oscillation at which the blade bends, and the heavier they get, the slower they oscillate. So we can pick up on even a minute amount of ice, and at that point in time we shut down.
We also have cameras.
Smile.
How often does that happen?
It happens several times a year. Well, it depends on the year. essentially we can navigate most storms. If we've got a heavy wet storm coming through, we can shut down proactively to make so we don't ice up. So we have a lot of different protocols in place to minimize this.
How many times a year, or how often do you have to shut the blades down? Is that going to happen?
Well, I would say to shut the place down, there's several ways to shut down. You can shut down for great curtailment. Those great curtailments you can shut down because including us as a definition, doing maintenance. Depending on the line, with a direct impact, we could be throughout the summer. Summertime is when we do all the transmission electrical lines.
Summertime,
No, actually, winter is typically when we make most of our power. We anticipate making 8,000 megawatts. We had a really good month having a very good month of June. We anticipated making 12,500, and I think we're already over 16,000.
And this is why it's a good complement to solar, right? So solar great in the summer, daytime, wind great in the evening, and in the winter. So we have one question back there, and then we'll hop in our cars and go to the other side.
I just, you said something about the heaters. When they get crusted with ice, what happens?
We shut them down and we wait for the ice to melt.
In the future, the other projects
When we purchased these turbines, we didn't have anti-icing systems or de-icing systems. We looked into many systems. There's not a system that's retroactive to this site, but now this same turbine you can purchase with a de-icing package, which has basically it's a ducting system down the leading edge of the plate that comes back the trailer. At any point in time they ice up, it's about a 15-minute process to de-ice. There have been some other technologies out there. One of them is a strip that's bonded to the leading edge, but it's not. So just so you guys know, I just looked at my phone. Right now we're making 2.6 megawatts here, so we're not at full capacity at this turbine. We're at about just under 40 megawatts at the site, but we're almost at full capacity here. And this is about what the turbine sounds like when we make maximum power.
So it seems like that. It seems like that. Where I'm sensing where it's making the most noise is where the wing actually comes in proximity to the tower. Having some experience with wings, I'm curious whether or not that's real. Am I experiencing that for real, or is it making that sound all the way around?
The little whistle?
That little whoosh.
Kind of like agitated.
It seems like maybe the air is being compressed between the tower and the wing, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I wouldn't disagree with that, but I don't have an answer.
Okay,
I can get back to you if you like.
Sounds
Could just be
We're
because
closest to it when it's down here.
Yeah, that's true too. But it's not like you can. I mean, this isn't a big deal as far as noise goes, right?
And
we love to show them off.
that's part of that. That's bringing people to the site is to kind of answer some of those questions.
Can you hear that turbine?
No, you can't.
Neighbors, I played a decibel reader on my phone, and it was like 56.
Okay.
And right on the,
A library can be 68.
and it can't be more
Decibels.
than 30 decibels at nearest residence. 30, right?
But what I would also put into that is that I've done some pretty significant testing. If you go into the woods on a rainy day, a lot of what you're picking up is just ambient noise, and not necessarily turbine noise. So.
All right, so we're going to go to the other side. Which my right? Okay. And we can continue this conversation over there.
I still would like to be like tied to that. Maybe just by the feet and then swing around. Probably solve one of my back problems.
So, yeah.
Seriously.
Guess how fast Like if it was in a straight line instead of in a circle. I guess I just asked him.
10 miles per hour.
Yeah. 10 is slow, but yes. I mean, but it doesn't. So if you took that tip and put a speedometer on it, and going 100.
That would be really fun to be tied to. More fun than I thought. I thought maybe it would have like some drag, you know?
It would be a drag, I think.
I wouldn't really, I mean, that fast.
I don't know what the centrifugal force would be, but it's pretty high. And the other thing is, if you look up at the force. If you look out at yeah.
That'd be a wild ride.
Yes, it would. Yes, it would.